Ms. Thanaletchimi.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I rise in support of the motion for the formation of Select Committee to study deliberate spread and impact of online falsehoods. With the rise in technology and digitization, the online space has been widening and is certainly one area of concern for every right-minded people and organizations, including the labor movement, given the multinational, multiracial, multi-religious composition of the people and members that we have. Sir, as I support the appointment of the Select Committee, I would like to put forth the following recommendations. I support the appointment of Select Committee to study the issue of deliberate online falsehoods, that is fake news, and make appropriate and well-balanced recommendation to how, as a nation, we should respond and how to cultivate the values of accountability and responsibility, especially when posting materials on social media. It is imperative for the committee to study this issue in depth and solicit responses from the public and various interest groups as a ground-up inclusive move, as compared to introducing legislation alone without consultation. There is a fine line between satire, deliberate online falsehood, or differing yet genuine opinions that may not resonate with the state's views. I propose that the Select Committee comprise different parties in the community and professionals from the digital media sector with relevant knowledge and experience. Accountability on online platforms. Online platforms could create tools to help stem the spread of falsehoods. Technical steps could be taken to remove or limit access to propaganda outlets using the conditions of use of most internet service providers and report block content buttons. The recent online survey scam that NTUC FairPrice was rewarding customers with $400 gift card voucher in celebration of its 45th anniversary is an example, a clear example, to demonstrate the spread of falsehoods online. I suggest that online platform be created for public to complain about factual inaccuracies and to check the validity of the news. Currently, MOH has an online platform to feedback on specific concerns or complaints with the healthcare service providers or the ministry. There could be an additional category to include feedback on online falsehoods relating to public health safety issues for MOH to investigate and clarify with the members of the public. This is one such example I could give, and other ministries could also have similar kind of arrangement. This would mobilize the public energies to police lies and distortions with a web-based open system listing journalists, publications, news channels, and other websites. On public engagement, given the diverse demographic of our republic, it is important to embrace diverse viewpoints. Singapore Conversations was a good way to engage Singaporeans openly on policies and their rationale behind them. The government could continue to sharpen their strategic communication efforts and media activities to be able to rebut false stories and to be believed. And he has to be responsive and timely. Education and mindset change. This is a very important topic, and many of the MPs here also spoke about. Ultimately, the focus could be on educating our citizens on media and digital information literacy. I would like to applaud the efforts of tertiary institutions such as Singapore Polytechnic, Ngee Ann Poly, NTU, SMU that have introduced lessons to help students differentiate fact from fiction, where students are taught to do credibility checks on sources, cross-referencing, and use of authoritative sources. Secondary schools could also include media and digital information literacy in their curriculum, where students learn to pick on cues to uncover misinformation, question misleading sources, and resist the temptation of believing this simply. Eventually, we hope to cultivate a generation with a healthy skepticism on the online information. Lastly, on legislation, we should monitor the situation and consider various effective means of curbing and preventing deliberate online falsehood. Legislation and tighter controls must also be considered to combat the virus of falsehood. As for foreign influence, we need to have some gatekeeping mechanism to know the source of the news, who is the sponsor, what is the intent of the action, as what Minister for Law has mentioned earlier. We should learn from the experience of other countries and study what actions have been taken to overcome those challenges. France, Germany, and US are also similarly working to overcome the problem of fake news. The proposed law in France requires websites to make public the identities of those who sponsor content. It also provides for emergency procedures introduced during elections, providing judges the ultimate power to remove content, close websites that publish false information or fake news. Similarly, in Germany, legislation allows for fake news or illegal content in social network to be removed within 24 hours. In concluding, my belief is that the Select Committee appointment is a step in the right direction, and I support this move. Thank you.